Hey guys, glad you're here. Today we're going through some more integration exercises to target 3 of our hand reflexes. So we're going to be a little ambitious today, so stick with me. You really only need to know the basics of where the sensory stimulation points are for each of these reflexes. So the first one's hand supporting, so you're pressing something away from you. And the sensory stim for that is pressing into the base of the palm. Then we've got our hand-to-mouth reflex, or your Babkin reflex, and the sensory stim for that is pressing in the middle of the palm. Then you've got your hands grasping reflex, and the sensory input for that is the top of the palm. So if you can keep that in mind, we're just really going to focus on how we're giving input to the hands as they're open and as we're closing them. And the only reflex we're skipping is hands pulling, which there's just not a great way to put that into the rest of the exercises. So we'll save that for another day, maybe. I do have 2 blocks. So grab 2 blocks and or the equivalent of 2 blocks, whatever you have at home. We'll set these off to the side for now. And we're gonna start off on our backs. All right, and of course, we're gonna use some hand movements just for our opening breathing sequence. So with your palms down, and feet can be planted or, legs long, whichever you're feeling today. But start just by tapping your fingertips onto the mats. Maybe you're a piano player, you're playing out some scales or some chords, but just be tapping your fingertips back and forth. Just kind of quietly, quickly, or slowly. And then come to just that rest position. And as you inhale, press your pinky into the mat. And as you exhale, release your pinky finger. And we're going to keep going through all the fingers. So inhale, press your ring finger into the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, middle finger into the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, pointer finger in. Exhale, release. And inhale, press your thumb into the mat. Exhale, release. Now your whole palm, so hand really spread out on your mat or on the floor next to you. Inhale as you press your whole palm, like even your forearms and shoulders into the mat. You might feel a little shakiness. And then exhale, release. Now turn your hands opposite direction, palms facing up. And I want you to curl your hand into a fist, so much so that your middle finger is pressing into the center of your palm. So if you're remembering, this is your Babkin reflex. And as you're doing this, notice how the muscles of your face are changing. Because often when we hit this sensory point, the jaw starts to relax, your palate will even lift, muscles of the face relax. I do this all the time when I'm working with my kids. We do hand exercises before we do any work in the mouth because it just gets the muscles relaxed. And so take an inhale here. And exhale, open your palms, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes if they were closed. And now bring your right knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers around your thigh. And then extend that right leg long, and we're just gonna climb up this leg like a tree. So grabbing onto your thigh, engage the core, come all the way up, keep that leg straight, walk up till you're holding onto your ankles, that foot is flexed, and then bring it all the way down. So, okay class, what reflex is this? Hands grasping. We'll do it 2 times, so walking all the way up, and all the way down. 1 more time. Walking all the way up, engaging your core, sitting up straight. Leg is up, holding onto that ankle, and then walking down the leg, coming down onto your back. Nice. All right, right leg long, left knee in. So bring that knee in just for a quick stretch. Elongate the leg, and we're climbing back up. So engage your core. I feel like I might be letting my core get a little sloppy on this. Using too much momentum all the way back down. And then holding on to your legs. Be careful not grabbing onto the knees, just to your calf, the back of your thigh all the way down. 1 more. Engage that core, walking up, so foot stays as flexed as you can, and all the way down. All right, awesome. Legs both down. Legs are long. Inhale as you reach your hands up over your head, and then one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna slowly come up towards seated, eventually moving to a forward fold with a straight spine. Start to hinge forward. You can grab on either to your ankles or place your palms on the bottom of your feet. Yes, we're touching feet today. That's what we're doing. So let your head hang heavy now as you take an inhale and exhale. And then release your feet or your ankles and come all the way up. Okay, we're gonna move through towards tabletop. So plant your hands, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and grab those 2 blocks. So we're actually gonna put the blocks underneath our hands, and we're gonna do the short sequence twice. Once with the blocks, once without. So we're just giving different textures underneath your palms. So we're gonna start off just with some simple flexion extension of the spine. So as you drop your belly and lift your gaze, you should be pressing into the base of your palm. And then as you round your spine and tuck your tailbone, head drops, hinge forward a little so you're pressing into the top of the palm. And so we're gonna add in this shift with the palms and giving input to the hands as you go from dropping your belly, lifting your gaze, bottom of the palm, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, and then hinge forward to hit the top of the palm. Okay, one more. So drop the belly, lift your head, press into the bottom of the palm. And then we round the spine, hinging forward towards the top of the palm. Great, okay. We're gonna do plank, so don't get too mad at me. So send those legs out for plank, and we're gonna rock back and forth, hinging back and forth on the balls of our feet. So as you hinge forward, pressing into the top of the palm, back to the bottom of the palm, right? So we're just kind of rolling back and forth on our palms. One more time, hinge forward, hinge back, drop those knees. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to take an inhale as I lift my left hand all the way up, and I'm gonna thread that needle, thread that arm all the way through, and I'm gonna rest my head on the block that's now empty. Okay, so on that left block, keep your right hand on the right block, really pressing into it. And then option to slide that right block forward, pressing with your palm still, and then bring it back. All right, inhale as you open again towards the left, roll out your ankle, not your ankle, gosh, your wrist. Place that left hand down, opposite side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Your head comes down onto your right block. And then option to take the left block, and your hand slowly slides it forward. And then bring it back. Inhale, open to the right. Roll out your wrist a few times. Okay, now from here, press into those blocks. Curl your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. Just for a breath here, we stretch out the hamstrings. And then as you exhale, drop those knees back down. Blocks are gonna go to the top of the mat. We'll do that same thing now without the blocks. Okay, so as we flex and extend the spine, drop the belly, lift the head, pressing into the base of the palm. You can pick up the pace a little bit now that you know what we're doing. As you round your spine, press into the top of the palm. You're hinging forward ever so slightly. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, hinge forward. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And last one, round the spine, hinging forward as you tuck the tailbone, and coming back to neutral spine. Okay, one more plank. So shoot those legs out behind you, and we're just hinging forward. Press into the top, roll through the center to the base of the palm. And continue as you hinge forward and back. A few more times, forward and back. Just keep that gaze ever so slightly in front of you. Forward and back. My tummy's shaking. I'm giving away how weak I really do feel most days. Okay, drop those knees. Perfect. All right, so let's inhale, open up the left side, thread the needle through. So left hand goes through, head towards the mat. Now right hand can reach behind you. So the back of your palm is kind of like resting on your hip there. And just think about now opening the hands. We've been pressing a lot into the hands. Both hands where you are. Open as wide as you can. Take a breath here. And then exhale, plant your right hand in front of your face. As you open up to the left again, roll out your wrist a few times. All right, opposite side. So left hand down, right hand up, and thread your needle all the way through. Come down to the mat. Left hand wraps around behind you. So the back of your hand is kind of resting on your right hip, kind of. And focus on opening those hands. It's really keeping them open, palms up, palms out. One more inhale. And then exhale, plant that left palm. Open all the way up, roll out your wrist a few times. And then come back to tabletop. Now pressing into your palms, almost like your thumb and first finger. Curl your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. Big hamstring stretch. And now we're gonna walk our hands towards our feet. And then slowly come up to standing. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands all the way down. And step forward, coming to those blocks. Bring your blocks forward. So 2 blocks in front of you, highest setting. Inhale as you reach up. And then exhale with a flat back, fold all the way down. Now bring your hands to your blocks. Let your head hang heavy. And then inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Really hinging forward onto like the balls of your feet. Pressing into the palms of your hands. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway. Straight spine, hinging forward, pressing into the blocks. Exhale down. And now we're gonna take our hands and put them underneath our feet. So just like we did, we just did this in our forward fold, seated. Now we're just doing it standing. Option to bend the knees and the elbows, even wiggling your toes, massage out your wrists and palms. You're gonna wanna wash your hands after this. And then release. And slowly roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale to reach your hands up over your head. Grab onto opposite elbows. And from here, we're gonna take kind of like a big circular stretch. So I'm gonna draw a circle, starting with my left elbow. I'm just gonna start to hinge towards the left, keeping these arms above my head. And I'm folding down, swooping over to the opposite side, and I'm bringing my right elbow up. And now again, I start with my left elbow, hinging down, drawing this big circle, coming through center, right elbow follows me or brings me all the way up. Now we'll go to the opposite side, so switch elbows, the way you were holding on to opposite elbows here. And we're gonna start with our right elbow, going down, moving through forward fold. Left elbow leads the way as we come up. One more time, right elbow brings us down, forward fold. Left elbow leads the way, brings us all the way up. Perfect. Release your elbows. And now this time, hands come up over your head, palms to touch. Interlace your fingers minus your pointer fingers. So we've got pointer fingers all the way up towards the ceiling. Might be out of camera view. But you're gonna inhale to grow tall. Pointer fingers trying to grow a little taller. And then exhale, side bend to the right. almost like you're trying to pull your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Gaze up. One more inhale through center, and then exhale, we're gonna bend left. Same thing, pull left shoulder down, right shoulder, or left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Gaze up. And then inhale through center. Hands come all the way down. And we're just gonna end on our backs. So move those blocks out of the way. Come down onto your back. Knees in towards your chest. So legs are gonna go wide. You can either grab onto the sides of your chin. Oh my gosh, your shin, not your chin. Or you can grab onto the sides of your feet. Think about keeping your tailbone down. We're not trying to roll the spine up here. And just rock back and forth. A little bit of a hip stretch, some relaxation, really pulling or holding on tight with your hands. And then release. So let your legs go long. And now hands will end with palms up, and we'll do just that similar breathing exercise, but now touching our thumb to each fingertip. So we'll start with thumb to pinky finger as you inhale and exhale. Thumb to fourth finger as you inhale and exhale. Thumb to third finger, middle finger as you inhale and exhale. Thumb to pointer finger as you inhale and exhale. Now bring your hands into a fist, pressing into the center of your palm again. Feel your jaw relax, feel your face relax. One more deep inhale. Feel your belly. And exhale, open your palm, wiggle your fingers. Roll over onto your side. Press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Thanks for sticking with me. It's a lot of input to your hands, but you did great. And so believe it or not, your hands are connected so much to the muscles of your mouth. So not only should you feel like your hands are more open, but you should also feel like your face is relaxed. So let me know if you actually felt that jaw release when we were doing the pressing in the center of the palms. Otherwise, I will catch you later. Have a great day.